Welcome back to another video on how I use PowerDresser 15. Now, just so you know, there's a few updates I want to let you know right now off the bat. There is not going to be a live stream today. I don't have enough time because I do have another sectional tonight. We're going to be editing the basketball game from the other night. It was a sectional game. Unfortunately, they lost. They had a good season. The other news I want to let you know is that the next game to be uploaded will be a senior night for the boys. That was on the 11th as well. Or the 10th, whatever day the other video that was uploaded just a little bit ago. So that's the next game that will be done. But I just want to let you know that that game, my camera wasn't on during the senior night ceremony for about 4 minutes in, and I noticed it wasn't on, and then I hit video. I did reach out to SE Pack B, which I also work for, and they were able to give me his footage from that game. So like the first 4 minutes is mostly of his footage. I combined it with some photos with the senior night ceremony, so you can actually see the seniors in front of me, so that way you don't see it from the side, because he was up in the stands. So a big shout out to Pac B for getting me the footage. Thank you. I asked him right after the ceremony. I said, my camera didn't record. Is there a chance I can get your footage? And they were able to give me the 8-minute video clip of the senior night. So we are gonna. So that's the next video to be uploaded. And on other news, we have one more section left for ice hockey, and that is tonight. It's gonna be against Syracuse. So this game was from last night. The one that's gonna be uploading again, I said, is from that other day. Um, it was actually the 10th. It was the 10th. Against the boys against FM. So what I'm doing now is we're going to do the basketball game that I just had last night. So first thing is we are going to delete all these clips because these are from the last game. Then we're going to tab over to my video clips that I had from last night. Not many. Not many. So then we're going to back out a little bit more. And we're going to hit properties here because it'll give me the properties of the game and all. Now, putting the files in there might take a bit of time, so just be aware that this might take a little bit longer. It shouldn't take that much longer than the other game did. So again, this was against, I think it was against Proctor. Yes, it's against Proctor. So what we're going to probably do right off the bat, if I can get it to do it, it might be easier to do it from here, is I'm going to grab their name. So I'm going to, not that. I'm going to copy that. And now I'm just going to wait for the videos to load in. Once the videos load in, it'll be a pretty simple process. All the basketball games are pretty much, I don't add any points during the game except at halftime and at the period, at the end of the quarter. So like at the end of each quarter, and then at halftime, and obviously at the end, I say what the score is. So like with ice hockey, I only do it per quarter or per period. So this is going to be a little interesting to do because I haven't done one like this before. Since this is a away game, what I usually do is I put the other team first. So we're going to put Proctor here, and then we're going to delete obviously the FM because they're, oops, I deleted the whole thing. So we're just going to delete this FM thing. And then we'll just move this up. And this was, again, it was a sectional game. So we need to put in what sectional is for. So I'm going to hit this. I think it's easier to do it from here. And then it's a quarterfinal sectional. So right underneath the basketball game, we're going to put in quarter sectional final. We're going to move that over. And move this over just a tad bit more. And then we'll move this down. Move this over, move that over. Now I think Proctor is not red. And this was the first time they actually played Proctor. So it's really interesting. I think they're like that kind of color. Yeah, that sounds like them. And then we're going to go ahead and get the date, which obviously was yesterday. So it says the 17th. And then we're going to just go ahead and find here and paste that in down there. So there's the title. Title's done. Alright, so we're going to save. And we will need this quite often. So we're going to just minimize that for right now. So this is other games, so we're going to just delete that clip. The first clip is going to be this one. Now, I was up in the stands. Actually, what we should do first is we should save this project as a new project, not as FM. And it was on the 19th. Oh, no, it was on the 21st. Because it is the 22nd. And then we'll go back and get the Proctor thing. Yeah, it was the 21st. So then we'll do, actually it should be that, and then Beeville. Because it was a away game. It wasn't a home game. Home games I usually do us first. But away games, obviously it's away, and we were not the #1 seed. Very good game. Again, the game was an outstanding game. We just didn't win. So now I'm going to save it as that project. And all the games pretty much I have now are pretty much been edited. And some of them I've actually produced off, like not uploading right away. So I have a few games, like I said, I have this game I want to process right now in front of you guys. And then the next game, like obviously there's going to be a game tonight. So that game will have to be processed as well. But we'll see how long it will take. So we're going to do... And again, they had music, and obviously with the copyright infringements, I can't have it. So we're gonna go right here, and then we're gonna just slice this piece off. Now again, basketball games are a little easier to do. So, but normally I have a preset of the junior varsity. There is no junior varsity with this. So we're gonna add in our film title. So it looks like it's coming in as a film. And then they'll start announcing the players and the names. Proctor High School. So, again, this was at a different school. Again, let's see, do I have digitalsports.com up? I know I have a lot of windows open, guys. Oh, it's right there, I bet. And I just pressed it in. So, this was at Proctor's main gym. So we're going to copy that. And then this little thing here that I have here, this is where the game is at. Obviously, it's not at our gym, so we have to move it to that. And I'm going to leave it as just Proctor, I guess main gym would be fine. I might change this again. I did change the last game that we did a little bit, just a little bit. I did add in each quarter sectional game. So there might be little changes here and here that I make. And what I could do is I could take that out and that out. Proctor's Gym. So it says game underway at Proctor's Gym. So save that. Alright, the next thing is going to be the game itself. So that was just like, oh, I need to move this back a little bit. Just because when I insert this, it's going to move the whole file. So I'm going to insert that. Now we got the music again. Let's see. We're going to go, I have to leave a little bit of it in because it won't look good. But as much out as I can. Because again, the music. Alright, so we're just gonna put this here. We can go to our transitions again, like we did last time. Not that. This, we're gonna use our grid, and we're gonna just put that grid down. and then we will play this back and see how it looks. So again, I could cut this extra music out. I just, like I said, copyright infringements are a big thing with the music, so. And that's Eminem. I know the song, so it could be copyrighted. So that might be too much. I might have to cut this even more. Because I don't want to get copyright infringements if I can avoid it. So let's delete that a little bit more. And then I think we can cut this a little bit too. So just split, delete, move gap, then add that transition back in, and then play. So we're going to move this transition just in a little bit. So now it's just got into place. And they probably slowly, yes, they did. So, we're going to delete this last clip here because that's at our place. Okay, and it looks like at the end of the first quarter, at the last game, there were no timeouts. This game, there was a timeout called. So we're going to go into our transition. We're going to find my timeout situation thing. And we're going to input it right there. Alright. Then we're going to move down a little bit. Then we're going to add the next clip in, which would be after that timeout. So that would be this clip right here. Then I'm going to go into the transition. Now, I do usually check to make sure I did a good job. And they had music, so I had to, you know. Okay, so that's fine. And okay, that's fine. So we're going to add interference, because interference is what I think a timeout is. It's interfering with the game. So we're going to add that transition in. We are going to look at this and see how it looks. That looks good. And then we're going to look at the end. The little buzzer. I don't like having the buzzer in there, but sometimes you can't avoid it. So then we're going to go right to the end of here. Now, I also have the score thing up, so I don't have to look. So it was 7 them and 10 us, which is interesting, because we were up. It was a really intense game, guys, just so you know. So we are going to have to... We had 10, they had 7. And again, we have to kind of do that same thing that we did before, which was edit and Utica Potter. And then we are just going to take this out, and then obviously we have to change the color of that because it doesn't automatically, we did that color. And then we have to take there and then paste it here, and then we can just delete this. And then again, it was a sectional game, so I want to put it in that sectional quarter file like I did with the other game. So I'm trying to keep it consistent across the board. So we're gonna go right underneath. I think I did it here. I just inserted it, and then I had the. I'll have to look at how I did the other game. Corner final end of first quarter. I think I had the time. I think I still had the that up there. But for right now, I'm gonna move it down here just so it doesn't look too cramped. That might change when I decide to upload the video, just so you know. So we're gonna hit save. Alright, next one. I'm gonna move that over. I'm gonna delete this clip here. Now, just like the other clip, we have to say where it's at. That's what this little thing is. So we can go back to the beginning, where I have it. And I'm not going to copy and paste it because this is at, okay, so it's just at Proctor Gym. So all I got to do is just copy this, and that's it. Say no, because you don't want to save it over that. And then go back to where we are, and that's right here. And then we're going to go back in here, into this transition here, and we are going to put that in. Save. Always do a save every so often, because you never know when the computer might just stop working. I've had that happen a few times doing a game. So it's better to be safe than sorry, if you know what I mean. And I could add the goal stuff there. I'll have to look at how I did the boys ice hockey last game. And when I do the ice hockey when I do the game tonight, I'll be not doing another video on that, but I will that will be using the one before. I try to do that because it's easier. So we're gonna insert this, and then we're gonna bring this out a little bit. And then again, we're going to add this transition here. This is our film strip, per se. And it's being a little choppy right now. Again, this was all shot in 4K. So it could be my computer not being able to handle the 4K. But whatever the case may be. So right here, we're going to slice this up. Delete, remove, and then add our new film strip here. Looks like it's a little too long, so we're going to again slice it again. Remove it, and then re-enter this film strip in. They're coming over now, it looks like. So that should be good. And then they switch the music off. So that's perfect. So we're going to go to the end of this clip, which looks like it's a long clip. It ends here. So I'm assuming... Yeah, this is a timeout. So what we're going to do is you're just going to delete this last one here. And then go back into our clip area and grab the next one. And insert that in. Now you can see there's a lot of clips in this one. So you're going to add that interference, and then add it on the other side of that clip, of the timeout clip. Again, another Eminem video. Now, did you hear that little click? That little click that you heard? Because that's my camera. Right there. You hear that? So I'm going to back up just a little bit and actually take that out. Because I've noticed sometimes with the Panasonic F991, and that's the one that actually videoed this one, it sometimes it makes a clicking noise, and that's not really that noise, and I try to make sure it's not in there. So there you go, there's a timeout called, and then you got it coming back, and you got it over here. So then let's go to the end of this clip, which I think should be the end of that quarter. So this would be halftime, as you know. Looks like it's... That's weird. Let's see here. Yeah, that's weird. It's like clicking there. That's fine, because I can just cut it there. So we're going to just slice that out. I'm going to delete it. Alright. Then what we're going to do is we're going to delete this. Pretty much anything. We didn't have a halftime show. We don't need that clip. If I didn't need it, I would use it. But we didn't have a halftime clip. This was from the last game. So then we will delete this. And then again, we have the halftime score, which was, looks like it was 17 Beeville. So we're going to go ahead and go in here and change that to 17. So we had 17. And they had 18. Like I said, this was a really good game. Very close match. They just couldn't pull it off in the final seconds. So it does look like I do have that basketball thing. So we're gonna add it in to the end of that other thing as well. We're gonna move this down, and then again we have to move. We gotta make this the Proctor thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna grab the Proctor TX thing. I'm gonna put it in here. Change the color to the color that, not that color, that color. And then again, we're gonna take this and we're gonna cut it and we're gonna paste it up here. Just like that. And then delete. And then you hit date. Sorry about that, I just got a Skype call. I thought my Skype was muted. But it must not be. No, it's not. So let's take care of that. Alright. So sorry about that, guys. So after that, like I said, we gotta change the date, and that would be this. And there's that. So now you can see this is all pretty good. The only thing I'd like to do is I'd like to go back to the first one, save that. I'd like to go back to the other one that we had, the other, and we are gonna paste in the whole thing. So we're gonna delete the, not delete, but we're gonna put this in right here, and then just move it up. There we go. Because it is, I did have at halftime, so it should be at each quarter. Or each quarter. Each half, each quarter, what do you want? Whatever you want to call it. Then we go back to where we were, which was at halftime. So we have, I'm trying to figure out where that is. Well, this is that game. So we should be, nope. Here, okay. So we are going to delete this and we move it. Now it brings this other thing that we've done before. So we're going to go back in. We're going to get, oh, not a fact. Actually, we should just grab it from the other one. It was at Proctor. I'm pretty sure that's what we named it as. So we're going to grab this thing. The good thing is it didn't go in overtime. So that's a good thing. But bad thing is that we lost. I was, you know, it was a good game though. You know, what are you gonna do? You know, now you can see this asset was right over the date, so that date might have to be moved up. We'll have to see about that. That's why I don't like adding in more layers, because this is based on layers. So you can see that this won't affect that, right here, but the other one it does. So let's go back to that one. And let's look at this. And we can move the date up. That's pretty much all it was. It was just the date that was being messed up. So we can just bring that up. And then see where... Okay, yeah, so that's perfect. Bring it up a little bit more. That way then it doesn't get cut off when you do that, when you do the intercepting of the clip. So we're almost done. Well, say almost done. So now we're going to add this in, this film strip, because it's a movie. I like to put that in because it seems like it's a movie, and it is a movie. which is then uploaded to YouTube. So then we'll add that clip in. Again, I'm going to cut this part out because of the music, and also they're not ready yet. Alright, now they're coming over, so now I'm going to go and I'm going to hit slice. And you also might notice it might be a little choppy. That's because I'm hand-holding it with that new grip thing that I've showed off in the previous video. So again, it is a little choppy. I do realize it, but it's better than that. So yeah, so there's that. Clips out. Halftime score, date, time, second period coming on the way. There's the buzzer that I could cut out, but I want to see how much. No, I'm not. Alright, so then we're going to go to the end of this, and I think it's a timeout called, so we're going to go ahead and get our timeout transition in. I'm assuming it is. We can look. Yeah, it's only a timeout. So then we go back into our video settings. We're going to get the next video down and insert. And then we're going to save. It's always good to save. It's just always good to save your video, because then if something does happen, you can always go back and to the other video. Or I mean to the save file. Because if you don't save it and it stops working, then you're kind of out of luck for whatever you did edit. Now, I know in the fourth quarter there was a lot of timeouts called, so it's probably going to be back to back. Yeah, there's that clip again. So wait. Okay, I'm going to slice it there. I think it's coming up there. Yeah. So we're going to delete that. I don't know why. It might be the angle I was holding the camera to. So it could have been the angle that I was shooting in. I don't know. I've noticed with a few games it does do that, and, well, you know, what are you going to do? So let's see. And again, I'm trying to cut out as much of the music as I can, because the music could get me copyright infringements, and I do not need that. But obviously, in a part of this, particular video, there might be some music. So let's see, where is this? Is this a timeout? Yeah, it is. So we're going to delete this clip here. And then we're going to add the next clip in, which would be this clip here. And then, again, we're just going to look at it and see where the clip is. If there's a clip. Yeah, no, see, that time there isn't. That's weird. It just ends. Okay. And then... Alright, I'm going to see the jerkiness of this. We need to cut this out. Alright, now, since she's getting the ball, we're going to just slice this out. I'm going to add the interference in. So you can see it's a little bit easier to do a basketball game than a hockey game, but there's not many timeouts. So there's that, and then we're going to go to the end of this clip here, which is probably going to be right here, which I think is the end of the game. Let's see. Or is it a timeout? No, it's not. Yeah, okay, so that was the end of that third period of play. So then we're going to go back into our scoring thing. So then we have 20 and 20. So from the last period of play, so we have roughly 7, okay, so this is going to be a 7 here. Oh no, that would be Beeville. 7. Alright, so it was 37. Wow. And this was P38. So again, I told you it was a really, really good game until the last period of play. So we're gonna go ahead and get our Thompson thing, which is gonna go here. Again, then we have to we're gonna switch up this time. We're gonna go ahead and paste it up here first, and then delete, and then add the color in, and which is this. Then we are gonna move this down to here. And then what else do we need to do? We need to save that. And we're going to go ahead and delete this so we can get that. And then we'll go into the beginning and get the last bit that we need, which is going to be who they're playing. So this thing here. And then sectional game for the goals, because I want to keep it consistent with the whole game. So I don't want to make one change and then not do it to the whole thing, because then it looks kind of weird. So then we'll go here, and we're just going to add the title into the game as well. So again, it wasn't at Baker, so we're going to go to Proctor. And we'll go back to the second, and end of the first period, because that's what we need. So right here, we're just going to go into it and copy what we need, which is going to be the goal sectional, quarterfinal, and then you have the rest. So we're going to go back to about 50, where was it? Right here. Now, in this last period, there was a lot of timeouts called, so just so you know. And then we're just going to hit paste. And then we're going to input here, but bring this down. And then bring this in. Right there. Sounds good. So now, again, save. Save often and save when you can. Because now at this point, if the computer stopped working or if something stopped working, you have to go all the way back to the beginning and re-enter everything back in, which again seems it's a lot of time. Yeah. So now we are just waiting for this to save. And then we're gonna insert this. We're gonna move this to here. And then add the next video clip in, which would be this. Now again, there was a lot of timeouts in this third period, in this last final bit. So, just so you know. And then we're going to look. Good. So they came out when they came out. So we're going to add that clip in here. We're going to just play it back from here. And you could hear that click. Didn't you hear it? Okay, we're going to slice that right here. Anyway. And then it won't matter. Yeah, I don't know why. Whenever I end the video, and I didn't notice it with the Panasonic, the other G85. I noticed there were no clicks. Yeah. So then you got the time, you got the date, you got the game. All right, there we go. Here we go, guys. Let's go. Here we go. Yeah. Alright, so then we'll go to the end of this, which is going to be right here. We're going to delete this, and then we're going to add that next timeout. Now, again, there was a lot of timeouts called in this period, so it might be, you know, a lot. So, and there's that. Click again. Doesn't look like it's videoing all the way to the end. So I don't know if that's just my camera not working. Yeah, there's a click. So we're gonna move. You can see all these are the interference. All these clips are gonna be long. Okay, here. And then we'll add the interference on the other side. So we are going to go right to here, I think, and delete, remove, and then add the transition there. Yeah, that works a little better. So here's another timeout, so we're going to hit delete here. And then we'll go back to the timeout transition area, grab the next video. Alright, add the next video in. Let's see how far, okay, they are pretty far apart. So then we'll go back to this one and just look for it, if it did that click, which I didn't hear it. Yeah, so sometimes it doesn't and sometimes it doesn't. I don't know. It's weird. Alright. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to slice this bit off. Add that transition in, which is the interference. Watch that back again. So I did this over and over just because I want to make sure it's the best quality. And then we got another timeout here. So let's grab the next one, insert that. Alright, look at the end of this. And there's that click. So let's just remove that now. I don't know why. It's like, it might be just my camera, I don't know. We're not going to cut that out because there's no need. We'll watch that back. Alright. Then we'll go to this one and remove this. And then enter in this clip here. Insert. And then we'll go back to this one, just make sure it doesn't have that click thing. Doesn't seem like it does. And then what about this one? So with this, I think I'll cut this. Let's see. Yeah, okay. So we're going to cut this out right here. And then go in and get that transition in. Yeah, so there you go. And it looks like 3 minutes left. And then we'll go ahead and remove this. So this is the end of the line right here. So now we just gotta make sure. I think there's 2 more timeouts called, so we're gonna have to look at this. So we're gonna insert that. Look at the end of this. And there's that click. So we're gonna just go right here and split and delete. And then go here. Okay. I mean, a little bit of the song is fine. I just don't want too much because then again, there could be a copyright. And those are a little harder to take care of because of how long the videos take to upload. I could have left a little bit more of that in, but it's fine. Alright, with this we will be slicing a little more. Because there's no need to have that much. Oh, there. Come back out. So now we're going to go to the last little bit here, which would be the ending of the game. Now, I did move locations in this final clip. So where I was before, I did move. So that's one thing I did do. I did do a little move during this timeout that was called here. And then just because I want to get a better angle, even I knew at this point they were losing, so there's that click. So let's go right to here, split. There it is. So we move that. Oh. So you can see where I am. I'm a little lower. And I'm by where the team is, not where they're shooting. Because at this point, it didn't look like they were going to win. And, you know, it was a good game, but... So then we got the timeout. With 46 seconds left, with that score being the way it is, I knew they weren't going to, you know... They weren't going to really come out and do it. That was another player from the other side saying, you don't have to score, because they didn't. They already had the game in the bag. Alright, yeah, this is being very choppy, so I'm just going to go to the end. This is when I walked down to the field, way down to where they were, and I got to add a few more things, but that's pretty much it. So I'm going to wait here. Is where I was like right on the floor. Once the game was done, I came down. And then I'm going to move this over to here. And this was, you know, great game goals. I might change that to great season. But right now, I'm probably going to leave it like great game, but maybe great season because it was their last game. I know it was a good game. Like I said, they just couldn't pull it off. So we're gonna copy this, and I'm probably gonna leave. Since this was at there, I am gonna do this. I am gonna put Proctor first, and then Beeville underneath. So that was 62. It looks like 63. Is it 63? 63 to 50. Again, it was a great game from both teams. It just happened that we came out on the below. That's all. So I think this is us. And then we just gotta change this to their color, which is that. And then we can make this a little lower. And then make this, and then I think I'll just do great game just because it was not at home. But it was a great game, great season goals. I'm sorry, that it went that way, in the long one, and I just gotta remove all this, which I've done, and then at the end, I could say great season, like, right here, I can say great season, I might, we'll see, but, you can see they're upset because they just lost the game. So what I could do here is I could copy this and just do paste right here. Oops, I'm back up. So like right here, and then just do great season. Um, Baldenville, something like that, because it was a good game, and then I could just delete this, and then cut, and and then great season, something like that. I'm gonna do it later, but that will probably go there, and I don't know what size is this. What size is this? Oh, this is okay. That's right. This needs to be the same size of that. There we go. So what I'll probably do is I'll do great season, and then move that to the center. So I'll probably change this up a little bit. I just want to get the video done, and then obviously I'll add the last transition in here, and then I'll do that. So I'll probably move this back just a little bit so you see it's just them. Those are the seniors hugging. And then, I fade back to the winners because, it was, oh, there's that click. Why is it doing that click noise? Yeah, right there. Well, I might just leave that last click there. Before I do anything, I am going to save this project. And then I got, one more thing I have to do is at the end is say what the final score was, which was 56 to 63. And then, check out the photos, obviously. That's all in there. So pretty much I just got to change. Oh, it's Utica. But I call it Utica Proctor because I guess that is whatever. Thompson Proctor, Utica Proctor. That might change. I might go ahead and change the Utica Proctor to Thompson, but I mean, pretty much the game is all set. I just gotta change the scores, obviously. So it's oops. So we got 63 to what was it? 50. It really came down to the last minutes of the game for the game. So again, since it was away, we're gonna put them first. But I really was there for them. And then we're gonna go back in and change the date and add this sectional information here. And then paste that in. Move this over. And I'm gonna shrink this just a little bit. So then it all fits in here. And then move this over so final score. And then the final thing I gotta do here, and then add the date and time one more last time. Whoops. One last time. And then save that. Oh, I hope it did it. Let's see, did did. Okay. So then save that project. That's how I edit games. I won't be doing another edit of a game anytime soon, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm just saving it one last time. These games are edited, so now, pretty much, and like I said, I might change it to Utica Proctor, but I might just leave it as Thompson R. Proctor. We'll have to see what I do for that final result of the video. But this is just generally how long it will take me to edit the game, adding in titles and scores. This was a little bit more tougher. You can see it was about an hour and 10-15 minutes. Usually their games are a little bit longer. But then I have one more game tonight for ice hockey. If they win tonight, then they'll be playing on Saturday at another location. So we're playing Syracuse tonight. I will have one more video up today. I'm having some computer problems, so these videos might not be able to get up promptly. I have a lot of them all pre-made, ready to go. The only one I haven't gotten done is obviously this one that we just did today, and then also the next one that will be uploaded right after, which again is the boys' senior night. And again, I want to give a thanks to PackB for getting me the footage that I didn't get. That is next footage that will be uploaded. Besides maybe doing another video today, that's the next game footage that will be uploaded onto the channel. After that, the next few games are all pre-made. They're all ready to go. I just got to upload them. That may take a few hours, but they're all pre-made. So expect ice hockey tonight. So I probably won't be able to do any more video editing of games today or uploading today. This will probably be the one video today for this. I might be able to do another like let's play video today, or I have another project that I might want a video. I'm not sure right now at this time of the video this. But pretty much that is how I edit the basketball games, and hopefully you enjoyed it. Sorry about that Skype call that came through earlier during the video. I will get in touch with that person later on. But yeah, so that's how I edit the games, and I mean, you know, I don't want to actually make the video right now because it does take a bit of time to actually produce the video. Like I said, this video alone could take up 22 hours to make. So that's why I did the editing, so then when I get home tonight, I can quickly do the editing of the next game I have tonight, and then tomorrow upload the basketball game from the 11th or the 10th, whatever day that was, and then boom, 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 get all the, you know, I have the senior night from the goals, that's all done. Then I have the ice hockey, that is done. Then I'll just have this game and then the game tonight. So, pretty soon I'll be all caught up. Like I said, there's only one more game left for the season. Well, at least for basketball, for ice hockey, there's one game left tonight, and if they win tonight, then they'll be playing on Saturday, and again, that will be uploaded as quickly as I can. Like I said, I'm trying to get these up as quickly as I can, but my computer's having a little problems right now, so that is why. I'm going to try to fix it right now, and hopefully that gets resolved. But if not, they'll take a little longer to get up. But as I normally say, and thanks for again for watching this video. I don't know how long this has been, but I hope you enjoyed it. There might not be another video like this for a while. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions on how I edit, you know, if you want more information on how I edit games, there's a handball tournament coming up next week, I believe. I'll be doing those. I think I'm going to do them in 4K, maybe one day with the Panasonic J85, and then one day with the Panasonic F991, so you can get the comparison of both cameras in 4K. So that's coming up next week. Sports are pretty much done as of, you know, depending on how they do tonight. But as I am going to be ending this off like I normally do, and that is bye-bye for now.